In this studio, I'm surrounded by all different things that I've collected over the years, all things that inspire me or make me smile, or research books. At the moment, it's themed around Star Wars, so there's Star Wars models in there and reference books just to help me to get the details right. And then I'm constantly changing what's in the studio, so depending on what projects I'm working on at the moment, it could all change, and I could be changing things around and putting different models and statues in there, whichever inspires me at the time. When the first film came out, it was such an eye-opener for all the science fiction films to come out in the future, and it set the benchmark for all those films. Now it's an ever-expanding universe. All these characters are coming forward, like the Mandalorian. They're expanding on Boba Fett with a new TV series, and Obi-Wan Kenobe's got a TV series coming out, and it'll be great to capture those on and paint those on the future canvases. So it's really exciting times for Star Wars at the moment. This latest release is an expansion of the release I had earlier last year, and it's introducing some new characters. They're in two sizes this time. There's the standard size on the canvas board, which collectors can add to existing collections, and then there's the larger pieces, which are more statement pieces. Still the same image, but a lot larger and on box canvas, so they replicate the originals that I paint even more. The quality of the prints today are so close to the originals, it's unbelievable really. They capture the fine grain of the canvas that I use to paint on, and the colours are so vivid and really spring out from the image. It looks amazing. My favourite piece from the latest collection would be the Imperial Army with Vader and the Stormtroopers by the side of him. So I wanted to look as menacing and as powerful as possible. So I had Vader in the centre, the Stormtroopers facing the audience, so to speak, to create that menacing impact even more. As far back as I can remember, I've always interested in creating things or painting, and I like doing things which are fantasy based, which rekindles my imagination and keeps that burning, if you like. If ever I was painting, say, a still life, I'd paint sweets or something different to try and keep it a bit quirky and a bit more individual and a bit more fun really. The latest purchase that I have at the moment in the studio, which I've had for 3 or 4 months, is a figure which is used in animation, and it's used in art now, which is a fully articulated figure, and it helps me with more dynamic poses. Say if there's a battle scene with Vader versus Luke in a lightsaber in battle mode sort of scenario, I can get the figure in that sort of pose. It adds more energy to the picture, and this year I'm going to work on that and try and animate the figures a bit more and push that side of things a bit more to make them a little bit more animated, and experiment with that side of things. Ooh, tease the new collection. Well, the future collection later this year, all I can say is it's going to be darker, and I'll be painting some new characters which I've not painted before.